So your other grandma, I have an experience with her.
Oh, yes. Crazy Grandma's house has been reported as haunted by many, many people.
I didn't know this going into it. No one told me this. So this is pre us being married.
Uh-huh.
And we go there after Christmas. So grandma had just a one level house, but she had, I don't know, 3 or 4 bedrooms. And I love that lady. She's so sweet. She just recently passed away. But I have a thing where I like the TV on at nighttime. I used to just sleep with the TV on all the time. Used to be a little bit insomniac that I would just get up in the middle of the night and watch a couple episodes of a show until I fell back asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just what I did. And then you turn the TV off eventually, and then now we just have the TV on, but the light's on. But I think we told that story. I think we told that story in another podcast. Almost killed you because you try to have it dark in the room.
Blah, blah, blah.
Anyway. So I am in somebody's, I don't know whose bedroom it is. It's just an extra spare bedroom. You're across the house.
Yeah. I was down, so this was bedroom on one end of the hallway. The next down the hallway was a bathroom, and the bedroom after that was my bedroom. And the bedroom across from me, my parents were staying in.
But behind me was your grandma?
Towards that living room was Grandma.
Okay. It was like an L shape, so it was grandma, and then you come to me, then a bathroom, and then Natalie, and then the parents across the hall.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, and I have my TV on, and I got a DVD for Christmas. It was Silver Spoons. I remember it. I got the full season of Silver Spoons. And I had my laptop in there, and I just put a disc in, and when the 2.5 hours would go by, the theme song would come on and just drive you nuts because it was just a loop. So it would wake me up, and I'd push play again, and I have 2.5 more hours of sleep. Well, at one point, I pushed replay, I laid back down, and I looked at the corner of my eye, and I swore it was your dad in the doorway, just like kind of leaning there against the doorway, just looking at me. And I was like, "Hey man, you like Silver Spoons?" He didn't say anything. I said, "Well, it's not too loud, is it?" He didn't say anything. I said, "All right, well, I'm going back to bed. I'll see you in the morning." He just didn't say anything. He just sat there. And the next morning at breakfast...
Did he walk away or anything? Or you
no.
just closed your eyes?
He was just standing there. So I just...
Closed your eyes?
Yeah. You know me. I probably put a pillow over my head and went back to sleep. So I woke up the next morning at breakfast. Everybody's sitting around talking. And I said, "Hey, Glenn, why wouldn't you talk to me last night?" He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You were standing at the doorway, and I was asking if you like Silver Spoons and all this." And Barbara's like, "He didn't leave the bedroom last night. He didn't even get up to pee."
It was Granddaddy.
And I'm like, "Say what?" "No, I saw you in the doorway."
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they're the first owners of that house. I'm 99% sure.
I wasn't freaked out at that house, but we stayed a couple of extra nights.
Yeah.
I did not like walking across the house to go to the kitchen. I was freaked out.
Granddaddy died, and then one of their moms died. It was either Grandmommy or Granddaddy's mom died, and that was before.
Did he die in the house?
Did he die in the house? Possibly. I can't remember. His heart just stopped.
But you have a story about Jacob with him as well.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, so it's one of those two people. And back in the bedroom that I was staying in, that was the great-grandma's room. And so people, like Nikki and Brooke said they had weird things go on back there when they spent the night there. But, I mean, I don't know. You never know. I mean, but those are two nice people. They'd never hurt you.
No, and
he probably was just checking out the girlfriend of his granddaughter.
The boyfriend?
Boyfriend of his granddaughter, sorry.
And now the secret's out, Natalie. Way to go. But they said that he looked a lot like your dad. Like the shape of him looked like your dad. So I'm seeing a silhouette in the doorway.
Yeah, totally could have been Granddaddy coming to check you out.
But tell everybody about your nephew.
So I was staying actually in Grandmommy's room one time when we were visiting because I think she just wasn't ready to stay in there since Granddaddy had died. And so she let me stay in there.
Probably because she kept seeing crap.
But my little nephew was, you know, I mean, he was little. He was walking around talking a little bit, you know, and he came in and we were just sort of, you know, having a baby conversation as much as you can talk to a little boy that doesn't really talk too much, and smiling and saying good morning. And then he went up and started looking at this ship in a bottle, which Granddaddy made. And he just smiled at it and pointed at it and then looked off to the side and then giggled and looked at it some more. And I said, "What you doing, Jacob? What you?" And he looked at me and goes, "Ghost." And he points. And I'm like, "Whoa, let's go get breakfast." Like, it's freaky. But it was
and
probably...
he's like 3 years old.
Again, it's probably... Well, he didn't have... I think he was maybe 2. Maybe, you know... He was really young because it was, you know, not... The way he was talking, I think he was younger than 3. But it would have been Granddaddy talking to him. It had to be, but it still freaks you out, you know, because he can see him, I can't see him. It's like weird. So
Anyway, any other ghost stories you got?
No.
But are we believers though of ghosts?
I feel like we must be.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it does.
It's like UFO sightings though, because it's like I remember a day in Jay's backyard, or Jay's front yard, in his driveway. And I'm looking at you guys. You guys were standing side by side. And I saw something just take off like a rocket behind you guys. I thought it was a star.
Yeah.
And it took off. And I said, "Guys, I think I just saw a UFO." But by the time you turned around,
it was gone.
There was nothing to see. But here's the proof. What do I have?
Nothing.
You can't rewind the footage.
No.
I wasn't videotaping.
Right.
What did I see?
Well, I came...
But shooting stars don't go up.
No.
Right.
Right. So, I have a UFO story then. I was with girls from college, and we were going to spend the weekend at one of the girls' house, and we were all in her car, and she had a moon roof. You know, isn't that what you call it? Moon roof that just, you know, opens.
If it opens, it's a sunroof. If it doesn't open, it's a moon roof.
Oh, the glass opens, it's a sun.
Yeah.
It's a sun. Okay, fine. She had a sunroof.
There you go.
The glass opened. It wasn't a convertible or anything. It's just the roof. All right. Anyway, I now know we were going over 33 Mountain from Harrisonburg towards Charlottesville because she lived near Fredericksburg somewhere. I didn't know at the time. I was just along for the ride, but now I know that's where it was. Anyway, we were going up the mountain, and we all look, and there's just this craft hovering. And we had the windows down, and you could hear absolutely nothing. But you saw it, and it was right. I mean, it was just hovering. There was no woof, 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 like it was a helicopter, and it was low. And I mean, there's trees going over that mountain, and we looked at it from afar. And as we came up, we looked at it through the sunroof, and then we were like, "What was that?"
So
it
you
was
drove
just
under it.
Yeah, we drove under it. It was just sitting there. What was that? And all 4 of us saw this in the car. There was 4 of us in the car. All 4 of us saw it. So she got to a point where she could turn around, and we turned around, and we drove back down to see if we could, and it was gone. But it was just hovering, and it was completely silent. No noise. No engine noise. No, blades going.
You don't think you got sucked up and experimented on and put back, and they erased your memory, do you?
And the time was exactly the same, because there was no time jump.
Yeah.
Yeah?
When you're driving down the road, do you really remember every second? There could have been a time jump. There could have been a 10-second time jump.
Okay, 10 seconds, sure, but I'm saying...
All right, but they could experiment it on you for a week and then brought you back.
Take you up there and experiment on you for, 10 seconds? How is that going to work?
No, they bring you back and the time just isn't perfect, but it's close enough. Here's the thing. I never met you before, but whatever they did it good. Because you turned out good.
Well, thank you. I don't think we were sucked up into anything. I just don't know what it was.
I had a dream I was experimented on by aliens.
Is that the nose thing?
Yes! I had a dream I was experimented on by aliens. And I woke up the next morning and I have something implanted in my nose.
You do not.
Now, whether it's implanted... You're laughing at me, but I'm being totally serious. Whether it's implanted or I have broken cartilage that feels like a. You know what it feels like? It feels like, you know, in Squid Game.
I can't believe you're admitting this.
Why not? It's Halloween. You know, in Squid Game where they had that little piece of paper and they opened it up, almost like a fortune egg roll,
yeah.
like a
yeah
fortune cookie,
where
it's like a tiny little scroll. That's what I have. If you feel right here,
yeah. I'm not gonna feel right there. Good.
It's up in my nose. But yeah, maybe it's broken cartilage, but I'd like to think
hilarious.
it's alien information. It's how to build pyramids, is what it is.
Well, how come you can't get that information out?
Because I don't want to cut my nose open. This whole area here is my moneymaker.
Oh, I'll tell him to do an autopsy on you once you pass away.
There you go.
He's got some alien technology up his nose. Can you please get it out?
I'm glad they chose to put it up my nose. Because they could have put it somewhere else.
Oh, that's funny. You're a mess.
Anyway, this is fun, huh?